Oh yeah, everybody better know the name Heel Pops and Chair Shots. I mean, big up my
Hey,
boys. All right, the leader of the pack, the Wolf of Wrestling himself, Stephen Wolf, is telling you the HPC podcast. The crew over at Heel Pops and Chair Shots are the guys when it comes to podcasts. The guys when it comes to talking about professional wrestling and anime and superheroes and Legend of Zelda.
There you
Whatever
go.
it is, these guys can cover it. So make sure you
yo.
check them out on every platform. Period. I know I am.
Welcome
There we
back to Shooting the Ish, ladies and gents. The bad guys have been gone for a minute, but we back again, and we had to do it correctly. Old school JP in the building, but we got a
Dímelo.
special guest with us tonight. They call him the leader of the pack, and we here to introduce ourselves because he's holding it down in New Texas Pro, and the bad guys had to check him out, and we now showing him to y'all. Mr. Stephen Wolf, welcome aboard. How you doing tonight?
Oh man, it's a beautiful night. I'm glad to be here with the HPC crew. Good to go. Let's get after it, baby.
Hey,
go.
that's what I like
Yeah.
to hear, gentlemen. It's been
Let's
a minute
go.
that we've been of the presence of greatness among us, man. How y'all
100%.
feeling right now?
I'm feeling great because I like to be, we're known to interview the past, the present, and the future, right? And the one thing that I love is to see somebody that's hungry. Not only is this man hungry, he's drinking 1,000 calorie shake at the moment.
Hey, I can do
We
that.
You know
pulling
what I'm
it back
saying?
tonight.
Definitely, you have one of these stars that is going to. It's just about opportunity, man. It's about opportunity. So I'm excited to get to know a little bit more of this gentleman, and let him know out there what Mr. Wolf is all about. Because the thing is, with the moniker Mr. Wolf, you already got fans out there. You already know that.
Mhm.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's true. I am hungry like the wolf, but don't need to worry about the
Hey.
song. It's all me.
Now we have been looking at your work. We have been looking at New Texas specifically's work. So a lot of you stars, young stars, are out there doing your thing. We had to pull up and talk to you, man. Tell me how what it's like to be out there in New Texas Pro. We like to do a little research here. We like to do our homework. We wanted to keep this a little bit half and half organic, half we knew a little something, something. So I know you when you went out to New Texas, you wanted to hone more of your craft. You wanted to work with top talent. How's that worked out for you? How's been the talent that you've been working with, and just the transition?
Man, it's been a crazy transition. So I came from the Midwest, and now I'm in Texas, and the talent here is just so like ridiculously hungry. I've been
Mm,
able to work with guys like Mysterious Q. Everybody knows Brian Keith. Um,
Hey,
even had a match with Chris Bay here at New
that's right.
Texas. Man, from the top down, like everybody there is absolutely killing it, and they're hungry. Not as much as me, but they really is.
hey,
Oh,
I love that you said that.
I'll tell
sounds
you
like a
what,
lot of.
we
Go
we
ahead,
uh
old
we
school.
had that triple threat between you, Bay, and Mysterious Q. Was that the anniversary show?
Yeah, yeah, that was
My
dubbed
God.
the Black Excellence Triple Threat.
Yep,
There you
yep,
go.
yep.
There you
I
go.
it was funny because up until that point, we had seen you go up against BK. We had seen you go with Eric Lockhart, I believe was the other banger I saw you
Mhm.
in, and with Q, Chris Bay, guys we're really
Shooting Nish
familiar
alum.
with, former shooting the Ish alum, both of them.
Brian Keith as well.
Yeah, BK, of course. It was like, man, it's time to see if you're gonna step up, if you be able to match the energy that we all knew from Q and Chris, and I, like, after that match, I was like, damn, we have an ace, like a hidden ace in Texas right now.
Oh baby.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. That was kind of my take on it when coming to the match. Like everybody knew about Chris Bay. Everybody knows Chris Bay. Q is really starting to come into his own and really branch out in Texas and really taking it by storm. But he's like one of the Texas pillars here. So I'm like,
Right.
all right, if I'm going to show out, I have to do it against these like the top talents here.
Right, right,
So
right.
that's exactly what my plan was, and hopefully that's exactly what I did.
Hey man, bangers after bangers from our take, man. What if anything is there that you'd like to do to stand out differently or carve yourself out from the pack, I guess, in your current run of yours right now?
Mhm. Well, one thing that I would love to do to lead the pack, you know what I'm saying, is
Right,
really
right.
just be be that guy that, when it comes to a lot of like heel work and stuff like that. A lot of guys nowadays, they want to do like the cool stuff. They want to be able to like still do the flips but still get booed, and
Right.
like
Everybody want to be the bad guy to get the cheers and all, right?
yeah, everybody wants to be like the Stone Cold, like the old school
Anti-hero, right?
evolution, exactly, like the anti-hero, bro. And for me, I'm like, I can do all that cool stuff, and I can do the flips, and I'll break it out occasionally. But my goal is, man, I just want people to hate me. Like,
Okay,
that's all
okay.
I like. I want like drinks thrown in my face, which has happened.
Really?
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, like the New Texas show was on the December 30th. It was actually my birthday, and the face in the match, his name's Chris Carter. He actually asked everybody to sing me happy birthday, which I was like, okay, I'm the heel, so this is kind of But then half the crowd like just started chanting like, I can't know if you cuss on here, but they're
fuck yeah, you could curse.
Oh, cool. They were chanting "fuck your birthday," and I was like, okay, this is where it's at. All right, this is the level. I love it. I love this. Like, fucking bring it in here, dude.
No way.
So right now you're singing music to our ears, because here on Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots, we love healers, right? So my question to you is, right now we have somebody, because like what you're saying, everybody's trying to be an anti-hero, right? Mm-hmm. But we have somebody in the industry right now that's becoming he's always been a legitimate scumbag, but now it's just known to the world. I'm talking about MJF, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is MJF's level of healatry too far?
Honestly, man, there's nothing that's too far. I don't like the idea of like, you should, like, obviously there are lines that you just do not cross. But at the end of the day, man, if you can do something that's going to make somebody be pissed off at you, and you're not like, short of like murdering somebody or like physically hurting somebody outside of the ring, like, go for it. One of my favorite heels, like lately, like MJF is a great example, but Tommaso Ciampa's run on NXT, like that dude's
we was just talking about that guy, yeah.
That dude's literally his theme song was just people booing him. Yeah. No reason. Everybody just fucking hated him. He didn't do anything on Twitter, didn't do any of that. Yeah. But he was just like fucking despicable. That's the only word I can think of. Despicable, dude. 100%. And like, that's the level that I want to get to. Nice. I want people so mad at me.
Okay.
Nice. We wish you luck on that journey, man. Shit.
Hey, bro, I don't need luck. I got skill. Like,
hey, there it is. Talk to him.
Opportunity.
Recognize
opportunity.
It's a season opener, but we got to go out.
For real, man. Listen, the New Texas Pro's lit on fire right now with guys like you, and that kind of vision is dope. It's clear to see that you're steered focused. You're focused on what you're trying to reach. And it's also very easy to get setbacks, right? Anything can derail that. And of course, I'm talking about physical injuries like that. So you are coming back from a neck injury. Can you just real quick remind us what happened to you that caused that, and how's that recovery?
Villain. Before Mr. Wolf, I'm so sorry. Villain, how are you gonna ask this man that type of question? You're talking about the man with no ankles here. You know what I'm saying? The man does backflips, lands, no ankles.
If there was a hypothetical, there was a storyline somewhere where he got hurt. It was a storyline. I just wanted to be accurate about it.
No, you're fine. For the record, about 3 years ago, I got surgery on my ankles, and I just switched them with Nokia cell phones. So, like,
dope, right there. There it is.
So that's why I can do what I do, and everything's fine. But no,
ingenuity at its finest.
Yo,
and repurposing as well.
But no, man, it's actually crazy you bring it up, because I've done a couple podcasts, but like nobody's actually asked me about it.
Shame on them.
Fucking right. But no, so I had a really bad dive about, I think, 2016, 2017. And I ended up getting like a really bad concussion, staples in the back of my head and all that. But I thought I was fine. So I just continuously wrestled. And in that time, in that time, I was making a name for myself. I was going through pain, but I was like, it's just wrestler pain, right?
Right, right.
Well, when I finally got with Evolve and they kind of stopped after the pandemic and stuff like that, I had the opportunity at a WWE tryout, and uh, you know, went in, did my best, and luckily they wanted to hire me. I thought it was the greatest thing. My life's dreams finally accomplished. But I went to medical and I told them about the bad dive that I had, and they said, "Oh, let's just check to make sure everything's all good." And I was like, "It's fine. Like, I don't feel anything. I'm all good." Um, but then they found out that I actually ruptured a disc in my neck, and it was pushing up into my spinal cord. And
Oh man.
they they legit told me, the doctors there told me that if I were to take one more like bad bump, I could be paralyzed.
Oh my God.
And so it was it was going from like having my dream job to telling me I got to stop wrestling immediately.
Wow.
And
It's
even
not an
with
easy
that,
pill to swallow, man.
no, bro. And I'm like so thankful for my wife, and she was able to like help me out and get me through that. But they even told me like, get the surgery, um, and see if you can come back, because they didn't even know if I could wrestle way after the surgery.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
And me being me, I was like, fuck that, dude. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna wrestle because that's what I want to do. So I ended up getting like my C3, C4 vertebrae fused, have a metal plate in there, and
Wow.
now, man, like it's crazy. I didn't realize like all the bad stuff that was happening to me because of my neck. Like I
Damn.
haven't had a migraine since I used to have migraines all
Oh,
the time,
okay, okay.
and like now I rarely get them. My neck feels great. It doesn't get stiff or anything like that. Like I feel like a brand new person and really like a new lease on life. Um,
Wow.
Wow.
it sucks that the opportunities that I had went away, but I rehabbed it for 8, 9 months. I got the surgery in 2021, I think it is. Actually, this month, actually, on St. Patrick's Day, I got it.
Oh
So it'll be
Oh
wow.
about,
wow.
so
Okay.
it'll be about 2 years. Since then, I've been back. Everything's been great. I've had to change my style a little
Wow.
bit,
Okay,
but
okay.
Okay.
Less dives, I'm assuming, right? Less
yeah,
craziness. All
just
right.
less dumb shit in general.
All right.
I say that, but then I still do like shit to the other side. So
I was gonna. Nice.
Let me ask you a question. Is this part of the turn to heel? What I gathered from when you mentioned you wanted to be more of a heel, you're not trying to do all the flippy shit. You're trying to make sure you're evoking emotion from the crowd, right? And
mhm.
this is part of that switch that you want to make right now.
Got it, baby.
Right,
That's
right,
exactly
right,
what
right,
it is.
right.
Like my entire career, I've been almost like a Ricky Steamboat type baby face, where I'm just
Right,
like I can do a shooter off the top and I can do all this loose.
right,
Like let
right.
me do all the cool shit. Um, but at the end of the day, man, like I don't want people to, like I said before, I don't want people to like cheer me because I can do cool moves. I want people
Right.
to like feel what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So the
You
choice
want to
to
make
turn.
moments.
Of
Exactly,
course,
dude. And that's
of course,
all what wrestling's about. It's just about making fucking moments.
100%.
Right. Right.
Well,
Um,
one of the things for sure, man, that you're gonna be able to pull off is that you're an incredible seller, man. I
well,
was
thank
catching that for sure, man. I was catching that match with you and Gino Medina, and not to mention a tough match because it's in the midst of the pandemic,
you. Mhm.
and so where you have situations where the crowd is maybe not always as loud or as comfortable, but y'all showed out, man. And Gino's someone we love in this podcast very much, and to see the way his finisher was put on you, man, like I never seen off the ropes, like never seen it like that. So the fact that you're telling me this, I can see the emotions being evoked from the crowd. I can see you selling. I can see the way you manipulate the crowd with everything that you do. Not only the words you say, but your body language. But my question to you is: you said they put metal plates on your neck. Why not a Nokia phone? It worked for the ankles. Was good.
Okay,
We
so
working on it. We working
if you
on
think
it.
about it, with the neck, like there's not enough room to get the cell phone there. With the ankles, so just go into the calf. It's this whole process. I don't really want to get into it, but it's just the whole thing. I
Apple
give you
got
like
the,
my
let
the
me ask
text
you.
personal.
coming
Let me ask
out.
you a question on a serious note. As a person myself that's been through some major injuries, right? There's always some self-reflection, right?
Mhm.
And what is the one thing that you got out about yourself during that experience? Coming back from a neck injury, dream job, right?
Mhm.
Now career turned upside down. What's one thing you come out of this knowing about yourself?
Uh, that I am so much stronger than I thought I was.
Mm.
Because not to get too deep into it, but I had a lot of like, it was, it was almost like a waterfall of stuff. It was, you know, contract doesn't come up anymore. Got to get
Mm.
neck surgery, and then I had like some really dramatic family shit going on,
Mm.
and like it almost broke me, bro. But thankfully, through like like I said earlier, my wife through going to therapy. Side note: everybody needs to go to therapy. Don't matter
100%.
Oh,
do.
word.
Go take care of your mental health,
Hundred
um,
percent.
and be able to like really like look inward and say like, you know, just these traumas don't define who I am. They can define how I can help others through their stuff.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like I'm Stephen Wolf for a reason.
Mm.
I mean, like I didn't get this far just to get this far. I didn't just taste
Mm.
what I wanted just because like that's good enough. Like I want my whole damn cake, dude. I want my whole meal. I want the fucking buffet. You know what I'm
Ooh. He's securing the bag, JP.
I'm talking about it.
Let's go.
saying? So like, man, I just want it all.
There
But
you
yeah,
go.
just being able to realize that you're stronger than you think you are, and the shit that you
Mm.
don't think you can survive, like
Right.
you're still gonna breathe after it. So what are you gonna do with that breath?
Damn.
That's what I'm talking about. In the words of Kendrick Perkins, probably the worst lines he ever said in the world. Facts is facts.
Oh
Amazing.
man.
It's amazing. Thank you
You're
for
wrong,
sharing that with us, man. And shout outs to the wife, New Texas Pro Champ.
Hey, some gold in the house. Some
How is
gold in the
that?
house.
With both of you in the business together at the same time. How's the dynamic? Do you all talk about business at home, or is it like when you're home, wrestling's on the outside? What's that interaction like?
Oh no, that's like we talk about it all the time. So like we were actually just watching some old Shelton Benjamin New Japan stuff earlier today.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah,
Students of the game.
Shelton
Damn.
is my favorite of all time. But
Word.
no,
I gotta ask my wife if she wants to watch that later.
Let me know, bro.
Wait, she's not in the
Let me know.
business. But no, man,
Tell me
it's
about it.
I think like the hardest thing about it, and really it's not that hard at all. It's just like, we'll be chilling, watching something, and then she'll like pause and be like, "Can you rewind that?" Rewind it. And she'll be like, "Can I put this on you real quick?" And I'm like,
No way. That's so
"No,
awesome.
dude, that ass." We'll be in the middle of the living room and she'll like try to hook stuff and do this, and I'll be like, "No, you gotta do it like this," and then like wrench it and stuff like that.
Man,
Kind of
that
dope,
is-
though. That's
that
kind of
is a
dope, though.
happy home.
Dude, it is. It's so much fun. But we like have almost like this like professionalism kind of rule of like when we go to shows, um,
Right.
we don't want to be like that wrestling couple that's just like on each other. Like she'll put her stuff like in the women's section, and I'll put my stuff over here by like my like opponent. We'll talk, whatever. Like it's fine. Everybody knows we're together, but
Right.
we don't want to make people feel weird about it. And then like when we're at training, because I'm man enough to admit this. My wife, I think she's a better wrestler than I am.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So like when we're at training and like it's her day, then she's running it. I'll do my stuff and she'll call me out. She'll be like, "You fucked that up," and I'll be like,
You
"Okay,
know
coach."
what though? You sometimes you need criticism. You need to hear from somebody else and stuff. So that
Right.
works. That
That's-
works.
Mhm.
Right,
No, and
right.
that's the thing, man. She's straight up like Simon Cowell off of American.
Brutal.
Cool. That was shit. Do it again, and then like I'll do it
Wait,
again.
that baby face for real?
Yo.
And
No
that's
way.
the thing I love about my wife, man. She calls it like it is, and it's like the
There you go.
best thing ever. When it's going to happen to somebody else, funny as shit. When it's happening to me, I'm like, okay, baby, we gotta talk about this.
Hold on. Let's back it down. Let's take it down a notch real quick.
I'm sleeping on the couch tonight. That's your punishment. But no, man, it's great being both in the
man.
business and like seeing the stuff that she does when she succeeds, and her seeing stuff when like I succeed. It's a great time, man.
Have y'all gotten a chance to work together?
Yes and no. So we've tag teamed together once. We were up at AAW. We were like we would come out together like we were called hashtag Team Pretty. Because
Okay.
look at us, right?
Ah, right. Flaunt it.
And I would manage her, she would manage me. That was really like at the height of the pandemic, but it was just so much fun. We've never wrestled each other, and it's funny because both of us are like we don't want to wrestle each other.
Oh, okay.
Mostly because we both of us are so like such perfectionists that
Mm.
like if one thing goes wrong, we're gonna be angry, and we don't want to be angry at each other.
All
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yo,
And like,
that's a different aspect on it. Like I can
So,
see that. I can see that with any artist in their craft and stuff like that would
so,
be
so,
yeah,
so
that.
y'all just want a Macho Man Ricky Steamboat here.
Yeah,
so
yeah, 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 yeah. And why
Oh,
the
yeah,
F not?
practice.
telling you, man, telling you. But no,
Hell
man,
yeah.
like I'm sure y'all know, like with your girl, like if you go to the store, you get something wrong, she's like, oh, I can't believe you did that wrong, and, and
Yep.
it's like, oh,
Yep.
sorry, whatever. Now picture that, but like with your career, and like,
Nah, man, we don't want to risk that.
It's because
That
exactly.
when it
part.
comes to your career, happy wife, happy life has a different meaning. Like it doesn't work
Mhm,
out the same way.
mhm. I'm like, no, if you succeed, I succeed, and if I succeed, you succeed. So let's just succeed together and not like with each other,
Hey,
like
right,
There you
right.
go.
next to it.
Facts, facts. We do digging out here. We do digging out here. We do our research. You are a Zelda fan, sir.
Oh, ha! You didn't do your research. It's all good.
No. Oh, it was a
Bro.
work. We've been work,
No,
JP.
no, my wife is a Zelda fan.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
dude.
okay. Well, I was gonna tell you I know nothing of the game.
oh, but I do.
Yeah, you do? Okay, JP. Okay. I was
I
gonna
know a
ask you
lot
what
about
other
it.
games you like.
So your wife is a gamer. How about yourself? Are you a gamer? Do you
Yeah,
stream?
I am a gamer. I don't stream,
Okay.
just because I suck at video games. I'm gonna be honest. Like I play them because I'm like, oh, this shit's fun, not because like I could like go pro. Uh, like yeah, like I'll play. I just got done with like Gotham Knights. I'm playing The Last of Us
Nice,
right now.
nice.
Last
Let
of
me ask you a
Us.
question. Wait, let me ask you a question. With Gotham Knights, was
Mhm.
there a reason why they had such a crazy discount? Did it suck?
Man, here's the thing. Uh,
Ah.
like so something I do love. I love like comic books, and
Nice.
I love anime.
Okay.
So one of my favorite superheroes in DC is Nightwing, and of course Gotham Knights, Nightwing's in it.
Things in it. Yep.
Um, my thing is like if you don't have a like 2 3 people to play with, it gets kind of redundant and kind of repetitive, and feels like kind of ends abruptly. But
Uh,
and plus everybody thought it was like Arkham City and like Arkham Origins, all that stuff, and it's like it's just its own thing, like
right.
brand new storyline, different Bruce Wayne, different all this, but people thought it was a game that it wasn't, and that's
Right.
why like it just got a lot of bad reviews. It was fun to play, but
Mhm.
like I could never really like feel like I could dive deep into it.
Got you. So Last of Us definitely is hitting the spot though.
Yeah, I started playing that because I started watching the show.
You're watching
and
the
I'm
show?
like,
Right.
I heard it's
go.
kind of aligned, similar. At least one of the monsters are kind of similar or something like that.
yeah.
Not really.
Okay. No.
I mean, there's some interesting differences as far as do you ever watch like when you're watching the show the post show stuff where the
Oh, yeah.
director comes on and explain? I mean, it's really interesting the way they put in that show together. I mean, the cinematography, the actual the key moments in the game that I remember playing when it came out for PS4. Like you're hitting those same spots and it's crazy. There was actually a guy that recently on the social media went to the town where they filmed Last of Us right now, and he took a picture of every scene and he put it in the background of where they were at. It's just crazy. I'm like, this is how polarizing this particular show is right now, and the fact that it's from a video game.
Man, and that's the thing is like that's why I'm like, okay, I need to play the game. Like, that's what
Right.
like I need to know like how great it actually is. And
Right.
like while I'm playing, I'll be like, okay, now I'm in episode 3. Okay, now I'm in episode 4. Okay.
You
Listen,
gotta
the
tell the
show's
fans
so
at
good.
home though. Xbox or PS? What?
Okay, so I grew up on PlayStation 2.
Okay.
I had an Xbox 360, and then I
Okay.
had an Xbox One, but now your boy's a PS5 guy.
Oh, PS5. Okay, another one for the
Even
bad
even
guys.
more crucial question: Marvel or DC?
Ooh,
DC.
okay.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the shitty movies, like
DC.
because
Okay.
Aquaman just got like that got scrapped.
Okay,
I
so
heard they gutting all that.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
now, if you
I'm
want to
just
make this
keeping it
entire podcast just like DC,
We're
front
gonna
of my
start
book,
right
go.
now. That's it.
Bring
Welcome
it,
to the
bring it.
new
Talk to me.
DC podcast with Stephen Wolf.
Listen. I'm just so you know, Mr. Wolf. I am a Batman obsessed fan, right? So I want to like DC. I
Mhm.
want to. I give it chances. The only thing that made me say, "Oh, okay," was Wonder Woman.
The first one.
Beyond that,
And then
the
you saw
first,
1984, and that was
right, and it
We
went
don't,
back
we
to the
don't
same
talk
shit.
about that. The past is the past. Let it die.
Honestly, man, it's like you want to like it, but it hits a lot of misses, man. A lot of misses.
Yeah, I feel like they just throw a bunch of shit at the wall and just hope it sticks. When it comes to like characters, like Henry Cavill as Superman, is phenomenal.
All right,
Ben
Okay, okay.
as Batman, I loved him. I'm gonna be honest with you, loved it. Ezra Miller as
you
Flash,
saying Ben Affleck as Batman?
yes.
You know, I
Oh.
wasn't mad at the character, especially portraying an older Batman, right? If you're into the comics, if you're into the shows, the animated shows, older Batman recruiting, putting together the Justice League, it worked out.
Yeah.
They just lost me when they started talking about Martha. You know what I mean? That's where it was like, what the fuck? But
Yeah, see, and like in my brain, because like I like read like all like the Batman comics, and it's like same thing. And I'm like, oh well, this man's been traumatized since he's been a child. So yeah, if he hears his mother's name, this dude that literally dresses up as a bat every single night to fight crime, fighting
Right.
like criminals that he sees as Joe Chill, the dude that killed his parents. Yeah, if
Right.
he hears his mom's name, he's gonna freak out. I would too. It's trauma. That's what
right.
fair
And
enough.
so like I can rationalize everything, but
No, it was. I did as well until it continued, and I'm like, all right, now Superman's going crazy. Now, like it was.
Mhm.
They had a great idea. The execution wasn't there for me.
I will say if yeah, the execution was terrible. If you watch like the DC animated universe, like
Mhm.
those movies, like in
Oh,
order,
for sure,
that, like that blows everything
sure.
out of the water.
Not only that, but I will say, the TV shows have been very good.
Yeah.
Flash was dope.
Yep, Flash is dope.
Daredevil was dope.
Arrow is like one of my favorite shows. Loved
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Loved
Like
it.
the shows have. That's the one thing that they've been able to pull off that Marvel hasn't. The TV
Mhm.
shows.
Yep.
The TV shows have been good.
Yeah,
January Jones was good. Like, no, I'm going into Marvel. I'm sorry.
You went right into Marvel.
Yeah, you just
That's
dove.
a lot right there. My bad.
Ruined the-
Marvel can't do it. Names 3 Marvel shows.
Right. Guess you know where I stand in that line.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you know, you got Flash, you got Arrow, you got like Superman and Lois, you got Lucifer, you got the whole like Crisis on Infinite Earths like storyline in general. Amazing.
Right. Amazing.
So
I will say the execution on that, I was a little disappointed, but I think that was just because when you get real close to the source material, when they deviate, you're like, that's trash.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's see what happens with Flash because Marvel did flop on Ant-Man, right? And unfortunately, Shazam is coming out. No, I'm talking about Black Adam was a flop as well.
I was gonna say the Black Adam wasn't helping nobody this year
It
either.
helped the Rock's payday. That's about it.
I mean, right? That's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty much it.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it
man.
didn't help
Or
his
I'll say it
ratings.
again. That's why we didn't get him at Mania because we didn't all show up at the box office.
Right.
Shame on him for not showing up on Raw to promote it though. Oh, that's just my
Hey.
beef. Not even one Raw. Come on, do better.
Hey, at least we got John Cena at Mania now, right?
Hey,
That's
that
true.
part. Shout
And
out to
shout out
Versus
to
the
Raw.
guy you're familiar with
Yes.
in Austin Theory.
Yes,
Right,
yeah.
right, right.
Austin Theory was my very first opponent at Evolve, and even though like he's kind of a dick on TV, he's actually a genuinely nice guy in real
I
life.
bet
so.
he is. I bet he is. Wow. Is there anything that you watched the product today?
Yeah. So actually, I did watch a little bit of Roadblock while I was at the gym.
Oh, okay,
but,
cool.
But I have internet. I don't have cable because that shit's expensive. So
Yeah,
Who do
it makes
you
no
like to
sense.
watch? Like, who's your favorite to watch every week?
I mean, bro, the Bloodline, obviously.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
That's everybody's favorite.
All
but-
right. Yeah, nice.
but- Yeah, my favorites going right now. Definitely have to say in NXT, I'd say like Mello, so good.
Nice. Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin is one of my all-time favorite guys. Cedric Alexander, like just the Hurt Business in general.
Oh,
I don't
It
know.
was great. It was great.
Black,
During the
but-
pandemic,
Can I-
it was like the best thing going.
Oh,
Can I tell you
absolutely.
something? I know Ro recently came out with the fact that NXT is, I guess, doing a little bit of a talent exchange.
Mhm.
They're bringing some of the talent down to reality wrestling, and one of the first names that popped into my or first matchups, right? Because then all of a sudden you start fantasy booking everything, right?
Of course.
And I'm like, I need to see you and Melo go at it. Like that's
Yeah, that
Man,
would be nice.
Don't get me wrong, I would love for that to happen, but and like all due respect to Roe, but that needs a bigger stage, baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Word. Thanks, man. Let's work
Listen,
on that shit.
if they're
for
coming
sure.
down to Texas, I figured maybe y'all can head over to the Performance Center. I don't know, you know.
Might as well, right? It's just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
There you go.
Couple,
There you go.
couple plane tickets.
Across the Gulf, that's all.
exactly.
And the beautiful thing about, like, for example, we're talking about the product of NXT, is that, I mean, right now the NXT Women's Champion was a former New Texas Pro Champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you faced the people that you needed to face. You've been at the platforms that you need to be. You're on your way. It's happening. Right
putting
now,
the
look
rocket
at the
strap
more
on 'em.
people. You need to have more people hate you. That's what it is.
I got real excited about a photo I saw recently. Speaking of Evolve, where you had a bit of a reunion with Gabe.
Yeah. Gabe came down to the New Texas school and saw a couple of the trainees and gave him a little bit of words of wisdom. And man, that dude hasn't changed at all. I love him. He's awesome. Like, I just remember, like, he was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he's like, "Wolf, what the fuck are you doing here?" And I was like, "I live here, baby. What's good?"
That's awesome. Let me ask you a question. You've been doing this for some time now. Record show 2014.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're getting up to. Right.
Damn.
So we're hitting into your prime at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking about you're a veteran in the game. You've been around. You mixed elbows with the best of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's something that you love about the industry? Like, what keeps you going? Like, you talked about having this neck injury and wanting to come back stronger than ever, right? What is it about this industry that drives you?
Man, it's almost like it's weird to say, but it's almost like an addiction to it. Like the rush of the crowd, being able to formulate matches, being able to go out there and perform. Like, I love thinking outside of the box and trying to think of like different ways to do stuff and trying to like pull at people's emotions and like trying to do this, trying to do that. And I've always told myself, like, wrestling's the only thing I'm good at, so why would I do anything else? But I've come to realize that, like, I'm good at other stuff too, and I'm good at wrestling. So why don't I take that other stuff and bring it into wrestling and make it that much more? And man, I think it's really, when it boils down to it, the industry, it's just, the thing that I love most about it is fans. Like, what they say, what they do, everything just determines everything, period. It's just so great. And that's what I can't get enough of. It's just like the cheering, the booing, the chants, the signs, the, buy my t-shirts, all that stuff. It's great.
Sell that merch.
Yeah, I got a new t-shirt design coming out soon. It's gonna be Inspired March 26th. Just saying, anybody wants to come check it out.
No doubt. Steven, I will give you some time. I don't want to take you too much up of your time. I appreciate what you gave us so far. We like to end with a lightning round. We call it the round of chair shots. JP gonna take it over from here, but don't forget to plug all your plugs afterwards too. JP, whenever you're ready.
All right, Mr. Wolf. So it's a lightning round, a round of chair shots. So basically, I'm gonna ask you questions. First thing that comes to your mind is the answer, and we're gonna keep it moving. You ready, sir?
Let's do it.
Do you have your shake next to you? Are you ready?
Oh, one second.
You can't rush greatness, JP. You can't rush greatness.
You know what I'm saying? There you go. All right. Here we go. What is your biggest or weirdest fear?
Clowns.
Clowns.
I can't hate them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you definitely didn't see it.
I was forced to go watch it.
Okay. How about Terrifier?
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's level trauma right there for sure.
On my Amazon list real quick.
Yeah. It's amazing though. The second one's even crazy. Anyway, what would be your superpower?
Super speed.
Super speed.
Because you can do anything with super speed. You can run super fast. You don't need super strength because you can just hit somebody like 1,000 times in a second. You can travel through time. Only problem is you got to eat. But I drink 1,000-calorie shakes, so like whatever.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel
He's
like
thought
I'm
about
getting-
this so long before.
You have no idea.
So does that mean Flash is one of your favorites?
No, like Nightwing is still my favorite.
Mm.
I love the Flash just because his powers are just so like OP. It's just like he can do literally anything. Like him and Green Lantern don't get enough credit, but my boy
This is
Nightwing
fair.
truly.
I mean, listen, I'm always gonna love Green Lantern because he's one of the people of color, bro, that you barely see. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the first superheroes that you saw with that. So definitely a fan of Green Lantern. Let me ask you, what's your favorite cheat meal?
Well, for what?
Favorite cheat meal?
Favorite cheat meal? Sushi.
Sushi.
Mhm.
Okay. Have you
I-
been to like an all-you-can-eat sushi spot?
Actually, yes. There is one that opened up about not even a 5-minute drive. Like it's literally right next door to like where I live, and it's like
Oh.
$30. You can eat as much sushi as you want. It's like unlimited like drinks too, like beer, wine, water, whatever you want,
Nice.
free.
No.
And it's just
That's
it's
it.
I went there for my birthday, and I went there another time, and I like shut that shit down.
Woof.
Nice,
Free
nice.
beers.
Well,
Oh wow, we out.
listen, we have a bunch of those around here in New York, New Jersey area. So whenever you're in the area, let us know.
Yo, first
for
round's
sure.
on us, man. Facts.
Hey
Um,
man, deal.
let me ask you, what's your favorite movie?
Creed 3 now.
Really? I was supposed to watch it this
Hey.
weekend and I didn't.
I was supposed to go to the screening too, man. Fuck.
So Creed 1 has been my favorite movie since it's come out. Michael B. Jordan, I love him.
Phenomenal,
And,
phenomenal.
man, I saw
Shout out
Creed.
to Jersey.
I saw Creed 3 this weekend, and dude, it was
Yeah.
so good. Like there's a couple parts that had me crying. It had me
What? We gotta
freaking-
go.
I'm not gonna say anything about nothing, but like, you
Mm.
know, he said like he's like a big anime guy and he has like anime influences and stuff like that into it. And like when I saw them in the movie, I was like, I know where that's from. I know where
Ah,
that's from.
he had little hidden gems and shit. Okay.
And I could be wrong, but he helped direct this movie, correct?
Yeah, he didn't help. He actually full on directed it himself.
Directed.
Oh, wow.
It's his first movie he's ever directed on his own. It's
Wild.
embarrassing how much I know about Michael B. Jordan. I'm pretty sure.
So how you feel about that incident he had the red carpet then?
Actually, what incident?
Oh.
I don't keep up with like celebrity drama and stuff like that. I literally just like
JP, that's your field. Go ahead, let him know.
I blame Instagram. So essentially, there's some reporter, right, has her own blog or website, and she was
Called
asking
him
him a
out.
question.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think it's hilarious that she used to call him creepy and weird, and how he's like, "Oh, you're interviewing
And
me."
corny, right,
Corny
right.
boy,
Corny,
yeah.
corny,
Called them
yeah.
corny when they were back in school, and she's like, "Nah." I mean, there's been some other reports that like disputed it, but at the end of the day, he's calling a spade, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like,
Yeah.
because
Like
it comes down
Superbad.
to
It's like
right,
super bad. Like people don't forget.
right. And listen, good for him for being petty.
Mhm.
Good for him. Good for him, because right now, sexiest man in the world type shit, right? And you talking about he's corny, right?
That part.
And like, you know, celebrities, they get in trouble for doing a bunch of crazy things. So like he just says, "Oh, you said that I was corny."
That's all he did.
That's all.
Right.
That's it.
That's all
And
he
He
like,
didn't get into a fist fight and
And
jump
listen,
the guardrail or nothing.
The
Exactly.
other piece they got on him that he likes to date white women. Man, what? So what? It's 2023. Come on, man. Come on. This is ridiculous. But sometimes we make the ridiculous decisions. And my question to you is, what's your worst purchase you ever made?
the worst purchase I ever made. Oh my God, I don't know. I wow, I got stumped, bro. I know there's a lightning round, but like, I'm trying to think.
It's probably that thing that's sitting in the closet that you haven't even opened yet. Oh, and you can say Xbox One, by the way.
No, I bought a hammock and it's literally still in the box in my storage unit. Like it has not even been
well,
opened.
it's cold. Actually, no, you're in Texas hot. So
No,
you have no
it's-
excuse.
Bro, it's been not open for like at least like a year and a half.
Oh
So,
no.
but yeah, that's a hammock. Yeah, that's
All right. Person you would want to meet, real or fictional?
Oh, Michael B. Jordan. Like that actually it has nothing to do with our past conversation. That's who I want. Like I want to meet him, or like I want to be able to actually have a sit down conversation with Shelton Benjamin. I want to be able to, yeah.
Nice. Dumbest way you've been injured.
Dumbest way I've been injured. Not even jumping, but like sitting on a tailgate. I used to work construction, and I was just sitting on a tailgate taking my lunch break, and I just popped off, and I legit rolled my ankle.
Oh,
And
damn,
I
the
was-
ankles have been. Whew.
Yeah, and hardened,
It
dude.
was
That's where I got from-
pre-Nokia days.
That's where I got from the place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, how is this even possible? Like, it's a 6-inch drop. Like, what the fuck?
Shit.
Crazy. That's the thing though. The weirdest. Sometimes the most extreme injuries happen in the weirdest ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask you this question. If you had a boat, what would you name it?
Ooh. Probably some like the SS Dragon Ball or something like that.
Okay. Anime. There you go.
Probably
Your
something like.
favorite-
Sorry, go ahead.
Your favorite heel.
My favorite heel. Right now, my favorite heel has to be. God, that's a fucking good one. There's just so many of them.
Yeah.
My favorite heel of like I wouldn't say all time because he's injured right now, but Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
You can't listen.
That man is so like him and Jeff Hardy. I've never seen somebody use pliers so like he just literally just like turn them a little bit and everybody in the crowd's like,
Yo,
Like people were throwing up like,
simultaneously,
it was
simultaneously, at the same
and the
damn time.
longevity, right? They had as well, right? The
yeah, and like he's for example, he like got injured like one of his shoulders like throwing his trash out, just like dumb stuff, man. But like he's another dude that had to change his way in the ring based on his injuries as well. You know what I mean? Mhm.
Which would I would say added to him being such a great heel.
Exactly, and I feel like that's kind of a feather in the cap that I'm kind of thinking of more and more. Is like, okay, like since I can't do all this stuff and I do have this injury that I don't necessarily need to work around, but I should definitely like keep in the back of my mind. You know, this gives me an opportunity to be more creative. It gives me an opportunity to think outside the box, not to do what everybody else is doing, but to do me.
Dope. Let me ask you a question. What's the weirdest fan interaction you've ever had?
The weirdest.
That one. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. That
Okay,
one.
so there's two. Actually, I'll just tell one. So I was at Glory Pro in St. Louis, Missouri, and at the time, this is before he got absolutely yoked. Hakeem Zayn, like we would joke around saying that like we're cousins or like we're brothers because we would look alike. Like even before we met, I'd be like, we literally met the first time, and somebody's like, "Oh, hey, everybody tells me I look like you," and he's like, "Everybody tells me I look like you. It's good to finally meet me." And I was like, "It's good to finally meet me too." But at a show, it was like a 6-man. He wasn't in the match, but I was. And this guy was like, "Let's go, Hakeem! Beat his ass, Hakeem! Let's go!" And like, I'm doing my Hal thing. I have Stephen Wolf on my tights. Like, you don't know what that means. Like, what in the actual fuck? And so, yo, it gets better. Like, I'm on the outside, right out. Like, he's like, "You got this, man. You got it, Hakeem." I was like, "Thanks, bro." And intermission comes. I bring out my box. I sit it, and the dude like comes up. He's like, "Hey, bro, can I get a T-shirt?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, no problem." And he's like, "Oh, how much?" And usually my T-shirt's like $20. Told him 30, and so he paid me $30. I gave him the shirt. He looks at the shirt, and like in his brain, he's trying to think like, why does the shirt say Stephen Wolf on it and not Hakeem? And he looks at me, and I was like, "I'm not Hakeem. I'm Stephen Wolf." And he goes, and like I could see that he kind of wanted to ask for his money back, but when you're just, I'm not saying he was blatantly racist. Maybe he was just drunk and like didn't have his glasses on and had
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and I was like, "Yeah, no, you don't need to make that mistake." And like, I'm pretty sure I went over at like after the match, so like they announced my name again, like
your
twice.
name is on this on their trunks.
Yeah, and last time I checked, Hakeem doesn't do anything that involves howling. So, like, whatever.
You know, listen, sometimes wrestling fans, you know, they have trouble bathing, and drinking is a piece of it. So it's understandable. But listen, you got your $10 plus on that transaction. So good for you.
Thanks.
Securing
that's
the
crazy.
bag.
That's crazy.
Securing the
Have
bag.
you ever had to smack a fan?
Have I ever had to smack a fan? No, but I did throw a drink in a fan's face before.
Hey!
Talk to me about that.
Was it a little kid?
No.
Ah.
He's like,
No, it was not a
unfortunately.
kid. It was
Damn.
this grown ass man that was just drinking, and he was just so drunk and like just so belligerent the entire time. And it was up in Fargo, North Dakota. I was wrestling on the show for the very first time, and I was wrestling basically like their John Cena of like that show.
Okay.
And so I'm just coming in fresh out the gate. You know, it's supposed to be like a baby match, but that guy's like, "You fucking suck, fuck you," and just drinking and just like doing all this and that. And like I'm on the outside, and everybody's like, high fiving this, whatever. Then I go over to him. He's like, "Fuck," he's like, "You're not a real man. I bet you won't even take this shot." And I said, "Oh yeah, I will take it." And I just threw it back in his face. I was like, "Look at this guy fucking cab." And like everybody started laughing. He was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, whatever. I got booked, so like, it's fine. So I'm like, I'm not
The
worried.
question is, did he get in the cab?
Man, that's not my problem. I told him this man can't drive, and if he did, that's on him. My conscience is clear. I slept good that night.
Dope. Brother, last question. What's more important, a heel or a face?
I think a good heel.
Talk to me. Why?
A good heel is more important because of the fact that they more or less control the pace of the match. They're the ones that help the babyface get over. Like if a heel isn't selling properly for the babyface, they're not going to have a reason to cheer for the babyface. If you're not, kicking the shit out of the babyface, they don't have a good reason to like him. And not saying that it's all on you. Of course, the babyface needs to have his fire, needs to have his facials and do all this and really like control the tempo with his body language. But as a heel, it's really more so the majority of the match is kind of like your show of like implementing what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, calling whatever, what have you. But yeah, man, I think a heel is way more important. I'm not just saying that because I am one. I'm saying that.
Oh, no. Oh, we know why you're saying it. It's because it's the truth. Facts on facts.
But man, definitely a heel.
Nice. Steve, man, I appreciate you once again for your time tonight, man. I didn't mean to take too much time. Please remind the fans at home where to find you and what to look out for in the next couple days or weeks or whatnot.
Yes, sir. So you can find me at Stephen Wolf 309. That's exactly how it's spelled right here. STEPHEN WOLF 309 on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I make it easy. All my usernames the exact same.
Nice.
And on TikTok as well. I forgot I made one of those. So
hey, the new thing that goes around and all that stuff. Yeah, that stuff. Yo, Steven,
loops and makes the noises and such.
Yo, the offers legit stands, man. Anytime you in the area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, yo, hit us up. First rounds on us.
But the fans gotta know where he's gonna be, because I heard this month we got a couple activities planned.
Yeah. So a couple shows coming up here pretty soon. I got Inspire AD, which is in Austin, Texas. That's gonna be on March 26th. And then New Texas Pro coming back after a little bit of a hiatus after 4 months with probably the biggest show they've ever had on April 8th. We got Speedball Mike Bailey, Titus Alexander, BK, and most importantly, yours truly, Steve.
Hey,
so,
that part.
The show, whether you're live streaming it, whether you're there, can't miss out.
Big facts. Once again, man, thank you for your time, man.
There you go.
Oh my God, Steven, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. Yo, anytime, man, we're in the area, we're gonna hit you up, man. Thank you so much for doing this, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, brother.
You have a good night.
Best of luck, man.
What a burger on me.
Oh shit, word. No doubt,
brother.
Man.
Yo, best of luck, man. We see you. You almost there, man. You're almost there. Keep grinding, brother. Keep grinding.
Big facts.
Appreciate it, JP. You guys take care.
Good night, man.
All right, brother. Have a good night. Our best to the wife.